And we are live. Hello, and thanks for tuning in. This is the SuperBoss Podcast, where we're just a group of friends who hang out and talk about all things nerdy. I'm one of your co-hosts, Luc Tran. I'm joined by Ian.
Hey.
And normally we do have our other co-host, Harrison, with us, but he's busy, so instead I'm going to pretend to be Harrison as Kermit the Frog. So, Hey Harrison, what's up? Oh, hey man, how you doing? I'm Harrison, and I am eating Korean barbecue tonight, so I'm sorry I couldn't join you. All right, well, get the fuck out of here. If you are,
it was a short. He was here for a short amount of time.
That's it. Just go away, Kermit the Frog. as I like put my hand puppet underneath my desk. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the podcast, like I said, we're just three friends and we're a bunch of nerds. We talk about what's going on. We talk about what's going on sometime, but if there's a drought, then we just ramble. And today, luckily, there are some things to talk about.
Yeah.
Before we get started, well, Ian, what have you been up to? Let's get this out of the way. Let's get the formalities out of the way before we dive into this like fresh river of gaming content.
Fresh stream. Yeah. What have I been doing? I've been pretty good. I'm kind of in that point of where things have like started, and I'm just continuing them. Because I'm watching like Bad Batch.
Oh, gotcha.
Still keeping like concurrent.
Yeah.
On that, yeah.
Up to date.
Up to date. Doing what I normally do. Ooh, I started playing Destiny again. For a little bit.
I've seen you guys get back on. I'm like, okay, I'm surprised.
Yeah,
but I don't really blame you. I don't really blame you.
I mean, yeah, our resident Kermit the Frog bought me the season pass is like hey, you should play this game with me. So I was like, all right. I feel guilt tripped into it now. So I'll come back for a bit.
Was it just for like PvP? Because I feel like I've seen you guys mostly on in PvP, and I figured you guys would be playing something like Apex if you just wanted PvP fix.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I think for Harrison it was like the amount of people. You know, you can only have 3 in Apex. And so
that is
like
a big
more.
downfall. Big downfall.
Yeah. And I think eventually he wants to raid. So I was just kind of playing to get to like the power cap, the level cap. Or maybe not the cap.
Does he want to do like the Vault of Glass as like nostalgia thing?
Yeah, that's the raid from the first one,
D1?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to do that. So we might do that. I played a little. I finished the story, so now I have like the new stasis thing because I haven't played for a while, so I didn't have stasis. And then I played a little bit of PvP with it. Isn't
stasis bullshit?
It really kind of is. Yeah. I don't think I like it. I don't think I like it.
They put that in there, like. Especially, like, I'm going to use hunters as an example as a class. Like, their whole shtick is how mobile they are.
Yeah.
And especially in PvP, that's kind of why I think you tend to see a lot of hunters is in PvP, they're kings because you have dodges on a pretty low cooldown. They have probably the best jumps. And then you introduce class-wide ways to just make people stop moving.
Yeah.
And especially like Destiny is a little more like Halo in terms of shooting, where it's more chaotic. It's not really tight like Siege or Counter-Strike. But even then, like if you get caught out with stasis, you're just like dead.
Oh yeah.
And it's not fun.
Yeah. So I say I don't like it. It could be that I don't understand how other people's abilities work, because all I play is Titan.
Yeah.
And it could be that I just haven't played enough to get used to that. But so far, it's been it's felt real not fun when I'm just get frozen out of nowhere. It's like, oh, okay,
yeah,
right,
you're just
I'll
frozen.
sit here until I
It's
die.
it's almost like it's a worse CC because they give you that glimpse, that chance of if I spam the button fast enough, I can break out, and you can never break out fast enough.
No, never.
It reminds me of Graves' smokescreen in League of Legends, where if I just walk out of the smokescreen, I'll be fine, and it's never that easy. It's same with stasis. I can break. They introduced in the new season for Titans, the new exotic pants let you break out of ice even faster, or out of stasis even faster.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of indicative of no one likes playing with stasis. It's just, it's anti-fun.
Yeah. But people will do. They still will.
My whole rant, because when they announced stasis, I got irrationally angry. Because
I actually thought it was cool when it first, but actually playing with it. Yeah. But sorry, go ahead.
As a gameplay thing, I think it's really lazy because we just need another element and ice, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And because if I'm remembering the lore right, stasis is the power of darkness, right?
Yeah.
Where it's inspired from.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole thing, narratively and thematically and what have you, about the darkness, and you see it most in the Hive, is darkness is something that's meant to keep pushing forward and to overcome boundaries. And then when their power is stasis, which is to stop or to freeze, I thought it was so stupid to do that. They should have had I don't think you can make the theme of darkness being always overcoming and then match it to the element of ice, and I just got upset. So, yeah, I'm a lore buff, and that's my stance because I don't play Destiny anymore. So I know it's trash in PvP, but I've never experienced it firsthand. So I am 1 degree separated.
Yeah.
And just why didn't you just make darkness as an element so you could do darkness? Hello?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know why. I think if they did something like that, it would just look very close to Void, but I guess it doesn't have to. You could still change a color palette and it would still mechanically work different. So
yeah,
it doesn't.
Yeah. Their whole reasoning, I also don't really like Void as a light based element, because their whole reasoning is the Void represents the light you see in the darkness, and it's this stupid reasoning.
Oh, that's
and
funny.
it's purple, and
yeah,
you could do black, or I guess you could do blue for darkness, but they kind of wrote themselves into a corner, and I'm just pointing and laughing at them because me looking to see how they do it in real time, I'm like, you guys did a bad job. You're all idiots. I would have done it better. Ha ha ha. I'm not a game dev at Destiny or at Bungie. But that's I also I've basically made fan-made classes representing light and dark, and I just think they'd be more interesting than to have ice. And then now you have this quartet of elements, and then if you ever I don't think they're gonna add a pure light class, but I think they should, because it'd be more interesting than whatever else because what are they gonna do? They could do, because in the lore the Traveler in the Light is called the Gardener, so if they do an earth element, that could be light. But then how do you make earth interesting? And you can, but I think earth as an element is boring. Don't at me, earthbenders.
And they will. They will.
Very slowly because they're dumb.
Mm.
But yeah, that's my whole. Stasis is bad.
The game hasn't, at least from when I was playing it, it hasn't changed too much. But I think they did like change the whole like dailies. Now it's just like weekly type stuff.
Yeah.
You don't have the boring like rinse and repeat dailies, I think.
Yeah, I think they've tried to go away from the whole you gotta log on and do your chores basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you tried to do any like transmog stuff yet? Because that's the other big thing I've heard about Destiny that has a lot of people pretty upset is the transmog system.
I wasn't sure what they were talking about because I know there's the stuff where you can like, so I know there's stuff that you can like reskin to where like it's not like you're making it look like another item, you're making it look like a like skin specific thing that they made for it. And that's all I've done. I haven't tried to transmog anything unless that's the same thing.
So there's like you have ornaments which are just variations. Like
that's
what the ornaments.
About.
Yeah.
Ornaments.
There's transmog, which is you make something else look like a different piece of gear, just straight up. Like what you would expect with a lot of traditional MMOs is, oh, I have this legendary piece. I want it to look like a different legendary piece.
Mm-hmm.
They have that in the game.
I haven't tried that.
It's I've read up on the process and it's kind of a nightmare. Because so the quick rundown is you need to get an item that just drops from enemies.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you need to collect either 100 or 150. And then you turn it into someone to pick up a bounty. And then you need to do the bounty to get a different item. And then you use that item to pick up a final bounty. And then the third bounty gives you a material to let you transmog an item. So that's already kind of convoluted. And then with data mining, people found out in the first step where you just need to kill stuff for drops. I think you get the drop rate is like 1 per 2 or 3 minutes. And you need like 100 or 150.
Whoa.
So it's like multiple hours to get one transmog item.
That's wild.
And it's a little ludicrous.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember there's a big Destiny YouTuber / Twitch guy, Dado. I think he did the math. And I think to do a full 5-piece transmog set would take you like 160 hours.
Oh, Jesus. That's a lot.
That might be incorrect. It might be because each season you were only allowed to do up to... You can only do a certain amount of transmogs per season anyway. So it might be to do all the transmogs, it's 160 hours and not just 5 pieces. But it also might be 5 pieces takes 160 hours. Which is ridiculous because, I mean, I played a lot of Destiny when we were playing, that was all I played. And then I basically quit cold turkey. And looking at my hours, I have 553 hours.
Yeah.
So amongst all the time I played, which was a lot, I would have 3 transmog pieces or like 3 transmog sets.
Mm-hmm.
So and of course, instead of having to do all the bounties, you can just buy them through Eververse.
Yeah.
For like $5 or $10, you can just buy an item.
Mm-hmm.
And so people were pretty salty about that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. Damn. That's a lot for just easy cosmetic, like make you feel good kind of thing.
Just slap it on, like, all right, I'm happy with myself. I look cool.
Yes, I look cool, therefore I'm more powerful.
Man. So I've been playing a different game. I randomly am picking up old games that I played like a year or two ago.
Oh, wow.
and then I just randomly picked them up again. And I'm
Uh-huh.
playing Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and it's mainly
Ooh.
just I don't know. I still have that itch to play a shooter, and that's why I'm waiting for Necromunda.
Yeah.
But it was funny. I think I have around 100 hours now in Breakpoint from all of last year up till I started playing again like
Mm-hmm.
a week ago. And then
That's
I have
the one with the Punisher actor, right?
yeah,
Is that
he's like
Breakpoint?
the
Okay.
main villain. Yeah,
Yeah.
John Bernthal.
Bernthal.
I have like I think I have maybe 109 hours in it, and then my story progression is 7% because I've only been chasing cosmetics.
Wow.
So,
That's amazing.
yeah. And so cosmetics are really important because then when I look good, I play good.
Uh-huh.
It's not a myth. It is factually correct that I aim better when I know my character looks like a badass.
Yeah. You think it was souls that leveled you up in Dark Souls? No. It was when you got a new sweet piece of gear.
Exactly. You're like, all right, now I gotta beef up to pick up this weapon.
Yeah. That's progression, baby. That should be a game. Is that not a game? I feel like that should be a game.
What, just like fashion hunting the game?
Like, well, like the progressions based on like how cool you look or something. I don't know. I guess that is kind of like softly in games. The more you like progress the story, you get cooler sometimes in some
like
things.
Cooler and cooler gear.
Yeah.
But like the gear is like stats and not style points.
Yeah.
All right, well now I know what to do is make a game that's like just fashion simulator, except the cooler
like
your clothes, the better, the more cohesive your armor.
Yeah.
All right. I'm inspired.
Yeah. Oh, dude. All right, it's like Barbie fashion but with armor. It's like a crossover. Medieval Barbie. There we go.
Damn. You just have a gladiator match, except instead of fighting each other, you just like who throws more underwear at you because you're sexier than them.
Yeah.
It's
like it's a runway off.
Man. That reminds me of, man, I'm gonna have such a hard tangent right now. How you have like a lot of marketing for dudes is like super manly stuff. When it like, because instead of like, oh, it's not, you're not playing with Barbies, you're like, it's tactical dress up.
Yeah.
Or stuff like that, like what we're talking about. I was trying to look for a place to get a haircut. And
that's
so many places that cater to men are so bizarrely like manly about like getting a haircut.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like,
yep.
Like I just want a nice haircut. I don't need like this place I was looking at. It's like the Gentleman's Club or something a bit like in the name was gentleman, and the whole marketing appeal was like old school men who need to look good to feel good and like have meetings looking good, and everything needs to be looking good. And so here at the whatever Gentleman's Barber Scissor whatever, it's like you come in, there's complimentary whiskey, and then there's like there's shoe shining, and there's beard care, and all this like ridiculous.
That's
and
wild.
I've seen like the exact same thing in any like not sport clips, quick clips haircut is like, yeah, we do a beard trim and we do a scalp massage, but the way they market it is so like, this is for men. It was bizarre.
Yeah. I know. I was in
like
a similar spot. I feel like they have like, there's like 3 different things. You have that, you have the barbershop, like
Yeah.
the like classic barbershop.
Like
and
old
then you
school
have
barbers.
yeah, and then you have like sports clips
Yeah.
where it's like all our hairdressers are female, and then you got sports on the TV.
You watch the game while you get cut.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
That's all.
This
that
other
men have.
place, like they went all into the whiskey theming, because once again, this completely other place, they offer complimentary whiskey, they offer you a complimentary cigar, and then all of their like haircut things were like whiskey themed. Like everything was like a 10-year aged haircut package or a 15-year aged haircut package.
What?
And it's like, I just want
what?
a haircut. Yeah, it was bizarre.
That's weird. Yeah. Because of like stuff like that, I normally just go to I'll just go to like a salon instead.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
And just like you walk in, everything's normal.
uh-huh.
The only difference is like a lot of the clientele are women, which doesn't matter. And you're just like, yeah, I just want a haircut. And then they ask you like, oh, what do you want? It's like, oh, I want 2 on the sides, whatever. And then they just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe they'll, because a lot of places now are like, oh, do you want like a water or soda? And you're like, no, I'm good. But not like alcohol.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Dude, that's wild. I wonder if you can do that for anything. Like, can you just throw like scotch and a cigar into anything and make it like fancy? Like, welcome to our video game cafe, our gaming cafe. What kind of whiskey you want? Pick a whiskey and cigar.
Or you go into like an IKEA complimentary cup of whiskey, like, here you are, sir. May I take your coat from you, sir? You're like, please leave me alone. I just need a couch.
Yeah, just
like, why a haircut of all things?
Yeah, I don't know. That's
It's
odd. That is like, yeah, if you think about that, that is actually really weird. That combination.
It's, I don't know. I don't want to get too political, but it's the whole like it's a male space, because like with traditional barbers, it's like a male space.
Yeah.
And so maybe they're just trying to capture like, this is a place where men hang out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I mean,
that
you
targeted
can do that
marketing
anywhere. Yeah, it's whatever. Rant over. It was bizarre. Haircuts are weird now.
Mm-hmm. Did you end up getting a haircut at least?
No, I still need a haircut.
Oh, damn.
I got so like weirded out
that
I just like, I can't find anything. I give up.
It's like,
Because the only things around me are those super manly barber places or manly salons, and then a sports clips. Like, I don't want a sports clips because they're just gonna butcher my hair.
Yeah, those places are like hit or miss. I've been to one a few times, like maybe 3 times max, and it's like 50-50.
Like I think, like I don't want to trash them too much. They're good if you just want like
something like basic.
Literally just like cut off 2 inches of hair.
Yeah,
or
like
if you're taking your kid there, or if you're an older person who like, yeah, just I can't be bothered to buzz my head, buzz it for me.
Yeah.
Like I do want a little bit of style in my hair.
And
that usually doesn't work well.
Yeah. I was gonna say ask Harrison, but I forgot he gets
his dad cuts his hair for him.
Yeah. Benefits of living close to your family.
Yeah, just 20-minute drive. Like, I need a haircut. See, that's the thing. Like, because I know his dad, so he's gonna want to talk, and I don't want to be talked to.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. That is. There's a streamer that I watched who said something like that, and I felt that so hard. It's like I don't want to talk. Just let it be silent.
Yeah,
you can put in earbuds. I'll put in my earbuds, and we'll be fine.
The best haircut is I walk in like, I'm here for a haircut. And then so-and-so's cutting your haircut. Oh, hi, how are you? I'm good. How are you? I'm good. It's the pleasantries. Sit down. What do you want? I want number 2 up top, nothing on the sides. All right. And then like 30, 40 minutes of them cutting hair. All right, you're good. How's it look? And I'm like, yep, we're good. And then I leave. Best haircut. None of this like, so what do you do? It's like, have you been lately? What have you been up to? It's like, I sit at home and I play video games all day. And then I just work when I'm not playing video games.
Or like they're like shampooing your hair, and so you hear like blah, 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 and you're like, I have no idea. Do I respond right now? Or
yep.
God, I hate it.
I hate social interaction.
Yeah.
Social interaction bad.
Well, I was gonna ask you what you've been up to, but I guess that's been your.
I mean, I've been doing a bunch of stuff that like I usually don't do. Like,
oh really?
I mean, I went out test driving because I still don't have a car after. It's been more than a year, and I still haven't picked up a car. And I went to go test drive a Tesla, which was bizarre.
In what way?
Just, I feel like because I've never been in an Apple store, but I feel like going into a Tesla showroom is like going into an Apple store, where everybody who works there are like big Tesla bros, and they just want to talk about Tesla and like how Tesla's the greatest thing. And it's just like, I just like, I want an electric car, and you guys are probably the best in terms of like, I just need an electric car. And then getting into the, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Just as like I would look into I think it was Toyota. They came out with like, I don't know why I know this, but they came out recently or are coming out with an electric car that's supposed to be like just as good and more affordable? Question mark.
Like, my big thing is, as much as I abhor Elon Musk, Tesla as a company, I think, has done the most environmentally.
Oh, yeah.
Not just in terms of like, oh, we have an electric car, but the big push for just green energy as a whole.
Yeah.
I do support that. Whereas, because I've had this discussion with my other friends, where in terms of like, if you want to look at an electric car in terms of ethics, you can get Toyota because they have an electric car and it's completely electric. But Toyota as a company still contributes a lot to pollution, whereas Tesla as a company is, they're trying, and at some points they're succeeding, at some points they're failing, but they're making an earnest push towards like fully green energy.
Yeah,
like I dig that. I'm a hippie. I dig that.
I'm a tree hugger. I dig it. I don't know why you became Southern all of a sudden, but
I am in fact Southern. I just don't have the accent for now.
Yeah. Don't have that deep like, South accent.
Getting into a Tesla is...
Oh, yeah. Weird. How was it, though? Did you
still
get the one with, like, the handle thing? Where, like...
So I test drove a 2021 Model 3. And so their handles are like, you need to push into the handle at the fat part, and then the little like actual handle part comes out and you can like use it to pull it open. Instead of like, because I know with older Teslas, the handle just like comes out of the door and that's how you open it.
Yeah.
Like as one continuous piece. They don't do that anymore.
Oh, okay.
It's just like, it would obviously take getting used to, but they have the giant control panel tablet thing. And I don't like it. And that's because, like, I mean, as with probably 99% of everybody, when you drive a car, you have all the, like, tactile sense of, you have levers and buttons and switches instead of, like, a touch screen, which doesn't provide any, like, tactile feedback. So I wasn't a fan of that.
Weird.
And the biggest thing is, because everything gets displayed on that tablet, so that's where the speedometer is. So you have to kind of like check, you have to, instead of looking just straight and a little bit down, whereas that's where most speedometers are, you do have to kind of take your eyes a little off the road to check your speed.
Yeah,
So that's that, and
odd.
like it would take, 4 or 5 days to get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just something I didn't really enjoy.
Yeah.
But then like as I kept driving it, it was like, okay, like I'm getting a feel for how the Tesla works, and
Okay.
it wasn't terrible. I do
Okay.
like how minimalist it is, because it's
Mm.
like it's just the big tablet, and there's no other switch. Like you have your two steering wheel sticks for your lights and your wipers,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's it. Everything else is just on the tablet.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So you don't have to a bunch of like different funky
Yeah,
buttons.
it's all there on the tablet. You just have
Mm-hmm.
to get used to using the tablet.
I think just as like a is this oh, okay. So never mind. Toyota does not have affordable. It's like a 50K. It's a 50K electric car. I think I was thinking of the Nissan Leaf. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, and I know before the big selling point for the older Model 3s was they had the base price of $35K,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yeah.
I've heard conflicting reports. Either they still offer it, but it's like an off-menu item, or they're phasing out the $35K Model 3. Because at least, like the base price of a 2021 Model 3 is like it's like 40K ish.
Mm. Yeah.
And so
people really like those, right? Because I think that's like the only thing
the
I
Model
hear about.
3 is the like that is the Tesla most people get.
Okay. Yeah.
Because like in terms of just straight up family car, it's the Model 3 and the Model Y,
Mm-hmm.
I think. And I think it's telling because you can look and see the used inventory that Tesla has, and there are no used Model 3s available.
Oh,
but there are a bunch of Model S's, and Model S is the more, it's like the sporty, the cool one. And most people end up trading a Model S for a Model 3.
Okay. Damn.
So yeah, car shopping. And I've never bought a car before, like through finance, because the other cars I've bought have been used, and it's like a private sale basically.
Yeah.
So now I have to deal with all the like financing and insurance and all this adult stuff I'm not equipped to handle because I'm a child.
Yeah. The car I have now is new. And that was like, it felt like a whole day affair.
Yeah, like,
and I already like knew what car I was getting too. Like I had emailed about which one, and I knew the exact one, so there wasn't any shopping. It was just the like paperwork for it and everything. Just
all the paperwork
took so long.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I went back. It's funny. I'm playing a few games that I know I would get roasted for because they just didn't have great reception.
Oh, okay.
But like I mentioned, I'm playing Breakpoint.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Ghost Recon series is like a shadow of what it used to be as like a legitimate tactical shooter, and it's this pseudo open world looter shooter. But I don't know. It's still fun to pretend to be a Spec Ops soldier.
Yeah.
And then I started playing Assassin's Creed Unity again. And this is the hill I will die on. It is probably the best Assassin's Creed that they've made.
Well,
like, the release was garbage. Yes.
Yeah.
But now I think it's a solid, like the only thing I give it a ding for is the story's kind of lame. And I mean, the stories have never been great.
Yeah.
But they just have a bigger focus on Arno and his like weird incesty relationship instead of like actually being like a part of the Assassin's Brotherhood. But the game is so fun to play.
All right.
And I will espouse the virtues of that game forever.
Yeah. No, I remember you liking that game a lot. But yeah, I remember people, I think we had a podcast where Ian and Harrison were talking about that, and like at the beginning, people like pooped all over that game because it was so bad, and then it got like so much better.
It deserved both the flack because it was a terrible release, but it also deserved to be mentioned as like a really solid Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the story fell off. The story for Assassin's Creed, and this is probably, I would assume, is like the most popular opinion. It's like nothing new, is what I'm saying. Is like I was in on it at the beginning, obviously, but like really into it with the Ezio arc, and then kind of fell off after that, and I think that's just kind of like how it like popularly kind of went too.
Going into this, you're basically like they're going through multiple eras, which I do think is cool from a historical perspective. But I mean, partly why I think the Ezio trilogy did so well is because you actually cared about what happened to Ezio.
Yeah.
Like all the other characters, it's like they have the game and you're with them for however long you play it, and then they just like, oh yeah, and then they die because of course they die.
Yeah, that's the thing is I really like the lore around Assassin's Creed, but in terms of like the story within the gameplay, it's kind of lackluster.
The other big thing I did like about the Ezio trilogy is that you get the full spectrum of like becoming an assassin, and then you build build the Brotherhood of Assassins back up from basically nothing. And like my big gripe in Unity is like Arno technically joins the Brotherhood, but there's so much like friction between him and Brotherhood leadership, and you don't do a whole lot with them. And I think it's lame. And then they kind of, in Origins and Odyssey, it's not even Assassins and Templars now. It's like the Order of the Ancients and whatever else they're called. So the whole assassin thing kind of gets blurred even more.
Yeah. Kind of big sad.
The big sad. Because I enjoyed what the franchise was. I'm not as I've mentioned multiple times, I'm not a fan of their new approach to the franchise. And I don't know. There was always the rumor that, Ubisoft has changed because their directive leadership had a big shakeup like a year or two ago, and who knows, we might actually get, because they're gonna keep making Assassin's Creed games, but I wonder what the next one will be and what the gameplay loop will be like.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious to see if they like stick to what they're doing or really change it up.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously,
I'm sure they made
still buying.
Like, yeah, people are still buying them, and they probably had bigger success with Origins and Odyssey than they've had with the original.
Yeah.
And like, really, there are only like 2 panic buttons they would do at Ubisoft, or as like a swan song type thing for the Assassin's Creed franchise. They would either do an Assassin's Creed in Japan so they can do the whole samurai versus ninja thing, or if they do like a remastered Ezio trilogy, then it's like, all right, the franchise is basically over.
Remastered Ezio. Yeah. I mean, I bet that has to be in the pipeworks, right? Like, we'll see that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. We'll see that in like 8 years. They just did
Mass Effect trilogy remastered, and what?
Yep.
I know so many people who were playing it who bought it.
Yeah, same.
Who already played the originals and have the originals, so it's purely going for the nostalgia bait. And Ezio's probably still the most popular character, so I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
Especially if they update, like, not obviously they would do the graphics and stuff, but if they updated the actual like parkour engine, because the parkour engine in Assassin's Creed 2 / Ezio trilogy was pretty god awful. But like, even if they did the Origins and Odyssey treatment where you can just climb everything, it'd still be better. But I really wish they would. I really wish they used the Unity parkour system.
Yeah, I played a little bit Or no, I didn't play a little bit of Unity. I only the two of the like more recent ones I played are just Black Flag and Odyssey. Those are the two where I just like dipped my toes into a bit.
And I'm probably gonna replay. I've replayed Black Flag actually probably like 3 or 4 times, and I want to play it again.
Yeah.
Just to, I did really like the story. It didn't have anything to do with the assassins, but the actual story of Edward I did enjoy.
That's cool. Yeah. I still one day might pick that back up. One day.
It is enjoyable. Like both. Like I think the story in a vacuum is like it's a good popcorn video game plot, and then like I don't think it can be overstated how much fun it is just to sail around.
Yeah. Yeah. That was really fun. I got like a small taste of that because I think you get the ship, and then you have like your first encounter or whatever.
Yeah.
And I stopped a little bit after that, so I didn't have too much time. But the time that I did, it was really fun. Singing the shanties.
Yeah, it reminds me. I watched a video essay the other night because I'm boring, and this guy talked about like what makes I think small open world games feel bigger. And a big part of it was he talked about the traversal systems. Not just in how like, how snappy and amazing they are, but just in what they can do for atmosphere. And that's like Black Flag is like you just goof around in the ocean and then you have a bunch of your crewmates singing. And it's like basically meditating because your ship's just gonna go straight, so you can just like let go of the controller and just listen to a shanty or just sit there and enjoy the atmosphere instead of the guy specifically was making fun of Rockstar because with Rockstar traversal it's always hold forward and then just keep tapping X. And that's their way of like keeping you engaged. Whereas, and I think that's even in like Ghost of Tsushima, but the smaller games have a different level of engagement. Because like Spider-Man PS4, you're always kind of just like actively looking around the city to figure out, okay, if I need to plot out my course. And I'm not just holding right trigger and X. I'm using more than the controller.
Yeah.
And then he talked about another game I do really want to check out called The Pathless. Have I told you about The Pathless?
I don't think so.
Okay. I think it's only in the Epic's Game Store. I would check it out. But the traversal system is really cool because your character...
Oh, like, wait, yes, I do know about this.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, the whole thing about their traversal is your character has like a super fast sprint that you recharge by shooting, and like the character will automatically lock on to these spots.
Yeah.
But it's almost like puzzly of like where you need to go without running out of your sprint power.
Yeah. I remember I really liked that, but also like how they where like camera placement makes it feel really good.
Yeah, like the way they position the camera as you actually start sprinting makes you look like you're going really fast.
Yeah. I kind of had that same when you're talking about Black Flag and sailing around. I had that same with that same feeling with Wind Waker, where unless I was like doing some of the super crazy item hunting that you have to do to like 100% that game, like the trading and stuff, unless I was doing stuff like that, I would almost never use the teleport mechanic. Like I would just sail places because it was nice.
Move the wind the way you want and then just go.
Yeah, it just felt really good to sail.
Oh man, that's such a good game.
Agreed. Yo, this game, I forgot about this. I'm glad you reminded me. I need to check this out.
I want to see if it comes out on not the Epic Game Store, but if not, I'm probably just going to pick it up.
Yeah.
Because it's also, like, from what I heard, it's not as long as I thought.
Oh, okay.
Which is good, because I'm getting kind of tired of these 60+ hour games.
Yeah.
And honestly, the other big point the video essay was talking about is you can have these more engaging movement systems in a smaller world, and you don't get bored because the game is so much shorter.
Yeah.
Like at some point, if the Pathless was like a 50-hour game, I would just start fast traveling everywhere instead of having to run. But because I think the game is maybe like 10 hours, or it's probably even shorter than 10 hours, I think. It just feels relaxing, and you're not stressed about trying to go somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, any day of the week, I'll take less content, but more quality.
Yep.
Any day.
100%. I feel bad because Harrison isn't here to talk about how much he loves open world games.
Yeah, I know.
But
he can
he's
he'll
entitled
listen
to
to
his
it
opinion.
and then he'll come back next recording and be like,
Just
this is
foaming
what
at
I
the
think.
mouth. And I mean, he's not wrong. Like there are really good open world games. It's just,
Oh yeah.
I think you and I agree that we're kind of over the super big open world games.
Yeah. Yeah. They just,
And it's mainly just a fact of when they try and make the game realistically obnoxiously big.
yeah. It's too much for me, man.
Yeah, because like, yeah, Spider-Man is an open world game, but the city's smaller. I don't have to spend 10 minutes in real life going from one island to the next.
Yeah.
A la something like Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah. Wind Waker was probably like, that's probably like my limit in terms of vastness in an open world. Dude, I wonder what the like map size is. Like if we took Wind Waker and Odyssey and compared like map size.
Let's see. Map size of Wind Waker. I always like to see like, oh, this game in real life is like 16 kilometers.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oops.
Kind of in the same family of that. So, like sometimes it'll just randomly pop up and I'll like sit there and watch it because why not, I guess. But it's the like size comparison things, like Monster Hunter size comparisons.
Yeah.
Or like there's one cool one that I watched that did a size comparison of like every major sci-fi like spaceship.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. It's like
I mean,
I thought
it looks
the
like
Death Star was big, but damn.
It looks like, so Wind Waker's map is like 1.8 kilometers by 1.8 kilometers.
Oh, okay.
And Breath of the Wild is 9 kilometers by 6.8 kilometers.
Wow. Wind Waker's not that big.
Yeah, Wind Waker's, and yeah, it looks like Odyssey is 16 kilometers by 16 kilometers.
Jeez.
So what is that, like 16 times the size or whatever?
That's insane, yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, they have a comparison. Skyrim is 6.8 by 5.4. And I think Skyrim is pretty big.
Yeah. Wait, did you say 16 or 6.8?
6.8.
6.8. Okay.
So yeah, Skyrim is, like, Breath of the Wild is bigger than Skyrim.
Yeah. Dang.
But yeah, there hits a limit where I'm like, this is too much. I'm getting cranky.
I'm getting overwhelmed. But yeah.
But speaking of getting overwhelmed, I want to jump into the Horizon video before we ran out of time.
I was about to try and do it. We missed a perfect segue of what's Horizon's map size. Speaking of Horizon 2.
Jump the gun, dog.
No, but yeah. Horizon Forbidden West.
So it looks like Horizon is like 4 miles. So it's what? 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers?
Ish, yeah.
Whatever. Who cares?
Oh,
So
3.2 kilometers is 2 miles.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a filthy American. I don't do metric conversions that fast.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, or at least according to Google. So
yeah, that's Google though. Something's up with Google. But yeah. Anyway, we were talking about earlier, like in the start of the podcast, like, oh, we're a content river. They have state of the play gameplay reveal of Horizon Forbidden West, which I think all three of us have varying degrees of interest, but I think we're all interested in Horizon. So I kind of want to do just a live commentary on it.
Yeah. And me and Luc have not seen this before either.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. And so that'll probably be how we end out this podcast, is us talking about Horizon and then our thoughts about it.
Mm-hmm.
So feel free to tag along if you want to watch it. I'm actually going to start at like the 1 minute mark because it's all intro at the beginning. So do you have it pulled up?
Scroll. Yeah. Let me just scrub to a minute. There we go.
And then hit play in 3, 2, 1, play. What else? I want, the whole reason I wanted to jump into it is I thought it was really interesting that Aloy basically has no redesign. Like typically you see your main character between games change, like their hairstyle changes or they get new tattoos or piercings. But Aloy, the only different thing right now is like her outfit's different because she's in jungle.
Mm-hmm. Like make it more foresty.
Yeah.
More green.
Which is like a nice contrast because Horizon Zero Dawn had a lot of like blue and white.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing browns and greens. So it's like, you're like, hey, you're in a way new area.
Yeah. Yeah, this is already super cool. There was I said we haven't watched this. I was like, for like the first 4 minutes or something, I saw her like dive underwater for a bit and I was like, that's beautiful.
Yeah, like they're really pushing. I feel like it's crazy to think like I feel like they're pushing the PS5 really hard, which the PS5 is supposed to be this amazing piece.
We got chainsaw raptors.
Yeah. Wait, what? What are you at?
237.
Okay, chainsaw raptor. What are you talking about?
They're like the machines. They're Jaws.
Oh, I must have completely missed it.
Wait, hold on. I just realized I'm watching the State of Play.
Yeah, so am I.
Oh,
State of Play. Like right now, she's just standing on like the beach.
Yeah,
3 minute mark. She's walking down the beach. I must have just completely missed the raptors.
Though. Oh, okay. Yeah, she's fighting one right now.
Wait,
are we watching the same thing? The chainsaw part that I'm talking about is like their jaw.
All right, so I think we're watching different states of play.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna link you.
I'm on IGN.
I'm on the PlayStation one.
Okay, here I'll switch to yours. Here, I'll find the PlayStation.
Yeah, so I just linked you it.
All right,
and we'll just go back to 3 minutes.
All right. Let's see.
Just looking familiar.
Oh, all right. Yeah, the PlayStation one has a dude talking.
Yeah, he talks at the beginning.
Right.
Actually, you know what? You figure that out. I will go feed my cat real quick, and then we can go finish up with Horizon Forbidden West. So, Ian, entertain the guests. I'm going to go feed a cat.
Oh, God. All right. So I got a vamp here for a little bit. But yeah, I know I think Luc. I believe Luc has played the first one. And I played a little bit of the first one. I didn't get to finish it, so hopefully. Well, I mean, we can't even get our hands on a PS5 right now, anyways. But hopefully, I'll finish it up before this comes out, or at least before I'm able to get my hands on it. But yeah, and speaking to the PS5 being like them like pushing it, yeah, this looks very good so far. I'm assuming this is all like in game, and the lighting just looks ridiculous. Also, that like this like intro part, there was something that I thought when did Horizon first come out here? Because the faces and the facial like movements are also a lot better than the first one, if I'm remembering it right. Because I always kind of thought the faces always kind of weirded me out in Horizon Zero Dawn.
All right, what'd I miss?
I vamped. What I was just talking about was in that first little part. There are like the face movements and stuff. If I remember from the first one, they always kind of like weirded me out, especially like young Aloy. It was just kind of like, it was just like a little jank in a way. But this looks like 1,000 times better. Like,
I feel like mocap in the past 2 years has gotten kind of scary.
Yeah.
Like, quick little side tangent. There was, did you watch Love, Death, and Robots Season 2? Or did you watch any of Love, Death, and Robots?
The first one.
Okay.
I haven't seen the second or third.
Season 2, in my opinion, is garbage, except if you look at it purely from an animation standpoint.
Oh.
Because animation-wise, it is, like, creepy how good they get.
Wow.
Because a lot of the episodes are, like, trying to be realistic. And there are parts where like it looks like straight up live action.
Damn.
So yeah, I can totally get the like, yeah, they're animating way better than normal.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that like first beginning part looks like God of War level.
Yeah. Which I think the Santa Monica and Gorilla I think have a really good partnership, and that's probably why they're sharing tech together.
Gotcha. Yeah.
All right. Are you ready to get started?
Yeah. 3 minutes.
Right. 3 minutes? Yeah. I broke out my Mountain Dew for this because I'm a gamer.
Ooh, we got the gamer juice.
All right. Let's hit play in 3, 2, 1, play.
So that was spoilers for the chainsaw chickens.
All right. Well, now I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be like, it's like Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, exactly.
I just love how more, like, there's so much more color. Because even in Horizon Zero Dawn, when you weren't in the snow, like in the plains, everything was kind of like desaturated.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this reminds me of like Mayan or like Aztec.
Yeah, it's got
because of the colors.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. That guy's kind of bussin'. That's those are pretty sweet though.
They're like realistic raptors too, because aren't raptors actually supposed to be like feathery?
Yeah, feathered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And it's cool because the writer had the wings on his back.
Yeah.
Smoke bomb, which they reference like a historical military unit who did stuff like that.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, like the winged hussars.
Ooh.
even the music feels way more like just there.
Yeah.
I feel like the music was a lot more muted in the first one. And it's cool that they're actually hunting as a pack.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. The like AI for this
and it might
seems
be scripted,
better, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, like they're... Oh, is this the water part?
Yeah.
See, now that there's a water part, though, I'm like, where's the water monster?
Oh, no.
Because I know there's a water monster.
Don't. I don't need this to be a horror game. This right here.
This is a horror game. For me, right now, my thalassophobia is kicking in. I'm like, there's going to be a giant mecha shark. Or like a mecha crocodile or a mecha hippo. I'd be like, nah, mecha. There it is.
A mechlodon?
That would actually make me pee my pants. It'll be like the old school games where if you go too far out in the water, a shark comes out and eats you.
Yeah.
It's a mechalodon. Yeah, no.
Ooh. Underwater buildings?
Man, this is so pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the game is set in like, you're supposed to go to like San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's like the ruins of San Francisco or something. Like even the way she swims, like she doesn't do the stereotypical freestyle swim.
Oh, yeah.
Or breaststroke. She actually like stays streamlined. It's like, this is so cool. Cutscene. Oh, it's the guy from the first game.
Yeah. Oof.
That is a big boy.
Yeah. Oh.
They teased this in the first teaser trailer. Basically an Oliphant.
Terrifying.
Yeah, that's gonna be a no from me, dog. He sounds like David Harbour.
I can see it.
I don't know why. Like a little bit.
I couldn't tell if that person had like real hair dreads or if they were like wires.
That'd be pretty sweet if they were a wire dread.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And then it becomes Avatar. Where they just like plug them into things.
We must connect with the robot. And then it gets like weird sexual undertones.
Ooh.
It's kind of nice too, like, because everything has more color. The like sneaky grass doesn't look so out of place.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a diner and a liquor store.
We got some Assassin's Creed here.
All right. It even looked like she had a hidden.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, this was the weak part for me. Fighting humans in the first game was dull. And mainly because like melee combat in this game is, you know, spam R1, spam R2 type thing. So.
Yeah. Oh? Cutscene?
What?
I don't know what that did, but okay.
I think it's
like some kind of EMP.
It has like a weird like EMP or like a stun field. It's cool that like it looked like it also knocked off armor so she could jump off into an air shot.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully melee combat is more fluid.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, jeez, man.
Is it still Is it still the same voice actress? I would assume
it sounds
so,
like it.
She sounds different. Yeah.
Oh, does she?
She sounds deeper. She sounds deeper, but okay. I mean, the game is in the future, so or like it's a few years, I bet, after the first game, so that would make sense. But
yeah,
I'm hoping it's the same voice actress.
Yeah. She at least like
Old Sanford.
She at least has the same like cadence, like the same like breathiness with her voice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What? My umbrella? It's Mary Poppins?
Oh. She's got her bag of tricks. She's coming again.
It is, seeing all the new like upgrades and stuff is definitely really cool. Man, that's so scary. Imagine getting like ripped apart.
Yeah.
By a chainjaw. We Avatar now.
Ooh. Okay. Can still tame some beasts.
Yeah. Oh, imagine if you could tame the giant elephants and ride them.
That'd be sick.
That'd be sick.
It's a rescue mission.
You little rascal. Yeah, his face is like...
Mammoth.
Mammoth tusk? You just gotta summon a giant monkey.
King Kong.
Damn, that boy thick.
Yeah, that's a thick boy.
You're a thick boy. Oh?
Oh, shit.
Okay. Oh, man, I wanted to pause. Javelins? Okay.
I'm into that.
I'm digging it.
He's got dubstep lasers.
I was just like, the music suddenly dubstep.
His tusks remind me of a giant one of those like cranes.
Yeah.
Or bulldozer like lift things.
Yeah, like an excavator type thing.
Yeah.
She got the sticky stuff.
Yeah. I thought. Oh, okay. All right.
Still got the old weapons you can use.
Yeah. I thought that was someone's hand for a second.
That'd be pretty metal.
Yeah.
It's like the one thing...
Grapple?
Oh, that's a pretty shot. But
yo,
holy sunray.
That was sick. That was like really fluid.
Yeah. Okay, EMPs.
Oh, shoot that belly.
Oh, she got the Hanzo. Ryuku Wakati Kukak Tao. And then the boss is dead.
Uh-huh. Ultimate.
Oh. Gamer girl feet? Man, just like looking at the hair physics is crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, that's America.
Ooh. Tornado. Electric tornado. Ooh, red lightning.
New monster. New machine.
Yeah.
Oh, is that it? It looks like that's it, and then they show some fan art.
Yeah. Just talk about it.
Yeah, I'm going to pause it there.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks great.
Just that small sliver just looked.
Yeah.
Like it honestly it's like a direct upgrade to Zero Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Because it looks like combat was better, exploration was better, graphics.
Yeah.
I wish we saw more machines though, because we only got to see 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope they. I know it's like a lot of work, but I hope they have like, because it's like a new region, they have like a completely different like set of species of the robot animals.
Especially since it's like in the future, and you would think they'd have more too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find. I'm looking for a still of the weapon wheel.
Oh. Was there one in the trailer? Or
yeah, there's a few.
Okay.
And I mean, really, because I'm looking at 1143. It's basically the same weapon wheel. The weapons look the same. They're just like split a little harder. Because I see you have like your slingshot bombs.
Oh, there we go.
Your like elemental arrows, your utility arrows. The only thing that looks different is like they have the javelins, and they have I think it's called the rope caster in the bottom left, which is like, it's basically the harpoon where you can harpoon stuff to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah. But I mean, they even had a few different weapons they never showed in the original one, so I'm wondering if
maybe they'll add,
if there are new different weapons, and if they're actually going to be useful.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. God, the dubstep transition is so funky.
But yeah, I mean, that was like so much of the fun of it was like using all the different like weapons to do different, like figure out how to like fight different monsters, different like strategies and stuff.
I mean, that was the other, I think, kind of maybe downside to the game is, unless you choose to make combat interesting, it's like you can optimize it really, really hard. Because it looks like, too, with the mammoth enemy, if you just hit the stomach enough, it explodes.
Yeah.
So like all of the cinematic fighting is like so unnecessary. But then like you said, the fun of it is seeing what other tools you can use to fight it.
Yeah. Utilizing your trap gun.
Like actually using the full kit. Because I remember when I was playing Horizon Zero Dawn with the Thunderjaws, which are the giant Tyrannosaurus enemies, the easiest thing to do was to just harpoon them into the ground.
Yeah.
And then put a bunch of sticky bombs on them. And like, it's like a 10-second fight.
That's you fight one of those when you exit the like safe area, right? That's like the boss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you also can, like, if you use sonic weapons, you knock off their cannons and you use the cannons against it. It's like, it's a really pretty like boring way to fight unless you actually like, oh, I'm not going to use the like best weapons. I'm going to use whatever I have on hand. And then it actually gets interesting.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just watching that transition again where she does the like jump and there's that giant sun ray. It's like really slick.
Yeah. What if I can find it? Because it looks like she like grappled to something and went up, and it like went slow-mo for a bit, so and to like give you time to find something else.
1240
1240
is when she does it. Yeah, because she grapples and then there's a jump. Yeah, there's definitely like a slow part before she hooks onto the second one.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
Or it gives
I'm
you
just
some
now
air
noticing
time
it.
at least. Do what?
Yeah. That's like, I'm just now noticing it, but there's no blur. Like at all. Through all of this this entire combat sequence.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's blurred.
Yeah.
And so it's like just another facet of how impressive it is that
how like insanely well they're
like
utilizing.
everything's just crisp.
Yeah.
And I do wonder like if a base PS5 would be able to look this impressive. Because I mean I honestly don't know how if the PS5s can hold up to what people say they're like.
Mm-hmm. Now that you like have said it, her hair is kind of like really like it's got the jiggle physics on it.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, but not in like a super bad way. It's just,
but like, yeah, you can see the strands like move around a lot.
Yeah, which might be realistic depending on like the wind and the fact that they probably can't wash their hair. Yeah,
man,
dude,
this game just looks
yeah,
very impressive.
I'm pretty excited. Yeah, this looks.
It makes me want to replay Horizon again a little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I still want to finish that. I think I'm gonna get it on if it's on Steam.
PC.
Yeah,
it's on Steam. I don't know if the PC port was good.
Oh,
like I'm on the initial release. It was really bad. But I think they're on like version 1.0.6 or 1.0.5.
Okay.
Which I think has done a lot to stabilize the game.
That's good.
So, I mean, it'd probably still be worth checking out at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sure you'd be able to get the DLC as well for like $20-$25.
Let's see. Horizon. Why is Forza come up?
Hey, you want a race, kid?
Yeah. Oh, wow. I didn't realize it would still be $50, but yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay, well, ignore me. I guess it is still new to PC at least.
Oh, but I think you get the... Oh, it's the complete edition. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so you get the stuff with it. That's pretty dope. Did you play the DLC?
It's still worth it. No, I never played Frozen Wild, but I really wanted to.
Yeah.
Because even from the base game to Frozen Wild, I think there were still some like really impressive jumps they made. Because one of the big things is, because obviously it says Frozen Wilds, the snow physics were really impressive.
Oh, hell yeah, okay.
And then they did introduce, I think, like maybe 2 or 3 new machines who were really cool.
Nice. Yeah, the reviews on Steam are very positive, so I'm assuming they fixed it.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's fixed by now.
Yeah. Sick. Need to go back.
It's the same thing with when Nier Automata came out on PC. The release was super buggy, and I think they've had a few patches at this point where the game's stable and people enjoy it.
That's good. Yeah. This is great.
Do they have a release date? I don't remember seeing one anywhere.
Yeah. I don't know.
Let's see what YouTube has to say. Yeah, I don't see a release date anywhere.
Yeah, I just see initial release date 2021.
It says on PlayStation, it says release date to be confirmed.
Okay. Might be
I wouldn't be surprised
pushbacks.
if it was like a late 2021.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure COVID probably hit him pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
But man, that is a pretty game.
Was that the 4K gameplay reveal? Did we watch the 4K? I think we did.
Oh God, 4K would be bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a 4K. Yeah, that's a 4K.
Yeah.
Just man, playing this game on like a movie theater on that big screen.
That'd be insane.
Kind of nutty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the last thing I want to check out is that weird mid-fight cutscene thing she does.
Oh yeah, when she's fighting the guy.
Yeah, which that's like around the 8-minute 30-second mark.
The big boy.
Because he even like there's like a pseudo cutscene when she tackles him.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, she has the like.
I bet you that's just like a one-time thing. Because if you do that every time, that'd be kind of annoying.
Yeah.
And she does like, it looks like a special move where she exposes a weak point.
Mm-hmm. She does a Quinn. She jumps off. And
yeah.
Crit
Valor
shot.
to me.
Yeah. That looked pretty good in terms of like not just pressing R1.
Yeah. Man, this game is so pretty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just keep letting.
I'm just watching it again.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly. Yep. Welcome to our second watch through.
The second
of the
viewing.
trailer.
Like even the water physics when you look at the river and it like flows and you can see the water turning in the river.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, yep. You got like the nice like surface tension when she like dives underneath.
Yeah.
See.
The part where like she uses the hang glider and there's that rusty looking ship, it makes me think of a Star Destroyer from Star Wars.
Hang glider. Where does she use that?
Like 946.
Oh, okay.
She like looks down on the beach. It looks like a tiny little Star Destroyer with the little raptor dude.
Oh yeah. Yep. I see that. Yes. Damn. Who knew San Francisco got invaded by the Empire?
Like the water crest. You see the wave cresting when it hits the beach.
Uh-huh.
And it looks a little sketchy. Like that's probably the one thing I've seen where like it looks a little wonky, but like instead of just having a traditional wave, they actually show it cresting.
Yeah.
Which is insane to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean, yeah. It does look a little bit like it's like pew 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 pew.
Yeah. And I mean,
but
water physics is probably like the hardest thing to do.
Yeah. It's still still this looks great.
All right, I'm just gonna pause before I just watch the whole thing again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We got any final thoughts?
Not really. Big elephant, cool. Me want to play game.
Me want forbidden game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about you?
Once again, like I'm just super impressed, and it's really nice because they basically show nothing of the game.
Yeah, right.
Like, you don't really get any story beats.
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing new except for like, here's the new environment. And then here's like a few new tools, but everything seems very close to the chest, and I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Like PS, like Sony exclusives are just killing it. Like,
Yeah.
we've got God of War, which was bananas.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man was really great.
Yep.
Horizon Zero Dawn was really fun.
Yep. We're getting a lot of like
And,
just really
like,
interesting games from PlayStation
yeah,
as well.
their first party games are just, they're story games, which I love.
Yeah.
And it's good to see that there's still more single player stories to do and not just following a multiplayer game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, we could just stand here gushing, but I think it'll be really cool.
Yeah.
Because they have, like, I mean, this IP hasn't been done before, because I think when we first talked about Horizon Zero Dawn, we even mentioned, like, we couldn't think of a game that's done a post-apocalyptic game.
Yeah, like like a resurgence of
like you
after.
have games like Fallout, which are, this is after the apocalypse has happened.
Mm-hmm.
But Horizon is definitely like, they've passed that stage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they both passed the stage of like the apocalypse has happened, and also they don't have a like society never changed type thing after the apocalypse in such a drastic way as we went back to tribalism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I'm going to use Fallout as another example. You still have like the remnants of like American government and certain ideals, and in Horizon Zero Dawn you have like a fresh look at how people would have come into a post-apocalyptic world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's what I'm really excited to see, is their IP is really interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm also really glad there weren't any spoilers too much from the first game. So
yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, like you probably have no idea what's happening.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen that guy before, so I know who that guy is.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some things where.
Yeah, otherwise, like they don't tell anything, which I think is really good.
Very good, except that spoilers: the main character lives, unless unless this is copy Aloy.
This is in the past.
Oh shit!
Whoa!
She's Benjamin Button. She's reverse aging.
All right.
But yeah.
Let's wrap it up, my friend.
Yeah. Let's get out of here.
All right. Any more? I already asked you this. Any more final thoughts?
No.
Anything you want to plug?
Yeah. Just go if you wanna find me, hear me talk more. On the YouTube and Twitter as Ian Eats Games.
I feel like we should
that's about it.
Introduce ourselves by our handles instead of our names at this point.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Because I know, like, that's what the other, like, the big boys, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Like on Dropped Frames, it's like, it's me, JP, Co Carnage, and Ezekiel. So
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Follow Ian. Ian Eats Games.
Yeah.
Check him out.
Ian Eats. I'll probably just say that, though.
I'm going
to... Ian Eats Games is a mouthful.
Yeah, I'm me hungry.
Me hungry. All right.
I will plug the podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode and you liked hearing us talk, please consider following us. On Twitter, we are just SuperBoss Pod, I believe. I believe, are we still uploading to YouTube?
Yes.
SuperBoss Podcast, I believe, is what you can do. You can also, on Twitter, engage with us. Comments, concerns, feedback, topics. We appreciate all forms of feedback. We will see you in 2 weeks because we are a bi-weekly podcast. So, until next time, stay cool, stay comfy, stay cute, most importantly.
Aw.
And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.